I don't know if he knows that. Why does it have black rear seats? I've never seen that in my entire life. What are you thinking on it?
I need 80,000 for it, man. I know it's a crazy number, but you'll never come by another one again.
All right, starting off hot. Super special car behind us here. 2005 Lamborghini Murcielago, but there is a hidden feature on this car that not a lot of people know about because, well, maybe some people do. Start off here, this car is absolutely incredible looking. The orange exterior, a lot of these cars are white. We have another white one actually, just not white, yellow, yada, yada, yada. I could go on for days about this, but this car is super, super cool. My favorite part about this car is two things. One, it is a gated manual, and two, it does have an exhaust on it. This is a 12-cylinder naturally aspirated motor, if you did not know that. I forgot which Batman movie it is, but if you do know what I'm talking about, Batman was actually driving I think it was an SV though, Mercy SV. I think it was in Chicago, right? Was Gotham City in Chicago? We were there, right? There is a controversial thing on this car that I'm gonna ask you guys about right now, and it is the interior. And there's something that I learned today about this car specifically that's super interesting. So we have this orange and blue theme going on. The steering wheel, I'm kind of iffy about. I don't know if I understand it that much. The Lamborghini logo seems quite large, in my humble opinion. But the cool thing about this interior is that this is actually a factory blue and orange interior car. So you can see the blue leather back here and the blue leather on the center console and whatnot, but it was actually reupholstered in this Alcantara suede material. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm thinking about probably reupholstering it back to that factory leather look because I just think that's a lot more classy, because this is a pretty classy car. But that's for your guys' feedback. I want to know. I always like your guys' feedback and I always listen to it. But we're going to start this car up. We're going to take it for a spin as well. But this thing is absolutely sick. And I've said this a few times in other videos, but if you don't know why it's called gated, you can see that there is basically a gate for it. So there's certain slots that you can only get those into. And that makes the car increasingly difficult to drive, even for an experienced manual driver. If you've never driven a gated manual car, it's a completely different feel than what a lot of people are used to. But again, let me know what you think of the interior. Some people probably love it, some people probably hate it, and that's why we're here. Everybody's welcome to give their own opinion. But without further ado, let's start this thing up, let's take it for a spin, and then show you guys some other stuff that we have inside. It's not factory. I didn't reveal that yet though. But this is actually a gated manual conversion. The transmissions are super easy to swap over. It does cost a good deal of money.
Goo right here?
Goo?
Touch it with your finger?
I mean, dude, the car's about as old as me. You know?
458, the 2012?
Yeah, they're awful with it, bro, I know. Seatbelts are interesting. The seatbelts are actually in the middle. This car, the technology's advanced. Front lift on the car, traction control. This is for the Batman style wings, the vents that go up in the back. So you can actually see they're up right now, which is super cool, and it makes it look so much more aggressive. And that's one thing to look for when you're buying these cars, is if those still work, because sometimes those don't work. Window switches, I mean, everything else is pretty basic. And this is the gated part I'm talking about right here, which makes it super cool. And would you believe me if I told you those revs that I was revving was only to 3,500 to 4,000?
There's no way.
Yeah. 3,500 to 4,000. I'm 5'10". I'm really legally 5'9" and like a quarter. But if anybody asks, I'm 5'10", and the visibility is so bad. It's right here, but that's how all Lamborghinis are. This is not my car, so I'm not gonna drive like a maniac. So if you guys wonder why I'm not hammering it, that's why. Dude, it's so gnarly. The driving experience in this compared to an automatic is not even close. I feel like I can shift faster in a manual than those cars because of the single clutch, just telling you the truth. If you can see in the mirror, the wings are up right there. It's just so much more airflow to cool the massive motor that this is off. Oh my gosh. That is just ridiculous. incredible experience. I understand the rationale behind manual swapping is a little bit more. Is that this is actually a factory blue and orange interior car. Even for an experienced manual driver who's never driven a gated manual car, it's completely different. We have a white one right now that we're sending out to do a manual conversion as well. And I'm glad that we made that decision because that car is going to be absolutely incredible. But it is pretty cool that there's companies out there that can manual swap some of these cars and actually manual swap some of these cars. I did see a recent video where somebody manual swapped a modern Ferrari, but there was no clutch. So no, there's 2 pedals, but they had a manual gearbox. The new 12 cylinder is manual? No, they didn't. Look at Ferrari's Instagram? That the new 12 cylinder is manual? You're lying. No way. No way. No way.
I never really do excerpts like this in the middle of a video, but I think it's important to note that since Ferrari has made that announcement, there's been a lot more information on this so-called manual, and that it's not really a manual at all. You could switch into automatic. I'm going to read this excerpt here. Ferrari has engineered a cutting-edge manuel by wire system. It retains the standard car's highly effective 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, but overlays it with a physical clutch pedal and H-pattern shifter that have absolutely zero physical connection to the powertrain. Ferrari claims it mimics the tactical resistance of a traditional gated shifter, complete with distinct metal clink clink as you row through the first 6 gears and reverse. Great. So we have effectively a massive fidget spinner inside of $1 million car. I thought everybody should be made aware.
2 crazy cars here. So we got a black Ford GT right here. This is getting paint corrected right now. The car is delivering on Monday. Absolutely sweet. Let me show you guys this interior. Classic Ford GT. And then this is a SLS. The SLS and coupes will always be more desirable than the SLSs and the convertibles, and that's because of your gull wing doors. So obviously you can see here under this color, it's like a pearl metallic white. So I'm thinking about unwrapping this car because I just think it would look that much better. Matte black's pretty badass, but again, I'll leave it up to you guys. You guys let me know what you guys think. It's got a carbon fiber wing, but the one part that I didn't tell anybody is that this is supercharged. WiseTech supercharger on it, which is super neat. This car did just get here. It has not been detailed yet. Hasn't been anything yet. I want to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. You can see the metallic in this is extremely, extremely pretty. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but I'm not a big white car guy by any means. Every time I buy a white car, I say that I'll never buy a white car again, and then I end up with another white car. But this car is absolutely gorgeous, and I just think that unwrapping it will help the car out in an aesthetic sense. And then we do have the stock spoiler in the back here as well. This does have the carbon fiber spoiler. So I'm gonna get your guys' opinion on this. Do we unwrap the car, put the stock spoiler back on, or do we keep it as it is with the satin black wrap on it and kind of give it that Batman appeal, Batman look to it, if you so will? It's pretty sweet. Good to see you.
One of two.
One of two. Unconfirmed. This is a 2015 BMW M3, ruby red, but there's a German way to say this car. This spec is pretty dirty. BMW Individual Rubenrot 2 metallic. I mean, it's just got a bunch of stuff to it. Stock intakes, which is interesting.
Comes with all stock parts. Suspension, stock.
Do you know what suspension? Is it on coils or is it on a?
It's on coils, if I'm not mistaken. But I have
They swap, so it's got CCBs. These are CCBs, but the rotors are steel, which is common. It's definitely got coilovers. I just want to see what brand. They're not KWs for sure. This is probably not the most appealing angle. M Performance. You said an older guy owned it?
Yeah, he was like in his 60s.
Seriously? Yeah, the interior is just gorgeous too. You get the keys on you?
That's how you know it's an older guy by that cover.
Bro, I was literally about to say that. That's how you know. The OG key cover is literally how you know. It doesn't sound tuned and it doesn't sound catless.
No, it's catted.
It is it's high flows?
Exhaust, yes sir. He told me specifically he went for a catted exhaust because emissions.
Yeah, I don't blame him. That is it. Yeah, this color is beautiful and the interior is beautiful, but look at this sticker from 2015. It's got 20,000 in options. But this is your.
It had an $80,000.
It did, which is massive for a 15. But this is the biggest issue, is 39.4 MMR, but this car, how it sits with it being individual with CCBs and all this stuff does not reflect that. So you're way over your wholesale value, but the buyer on this car either has to put a ton of money down or has to pay cash for it. What are you thinking on it?
I need 80,000 for it, man. I know it's a crazy number, but you'll never come by another one again.
Nah, bro.
So what would be your number on it?
The problem, let me tell you the problem. I'm gonna give you a number, and then everybody watching this video that has an individual M3 is gonna be, yo, look at my car, look at my car.
Guys, there's only one comp similar to this. 53,000 miles, accident, and what are they asking for? 80,000?
Yeah, that's a Wildberry car. Yeah, there's a.
I think this is rarer than the Wildberry.
If I can get, I have a guy that only does individual BMWs. If I can get you like 70, 72, would you take that? This guy collects cars, you know what I mean? And collects rare stuff.
It's definitely a good investment piece.
Yeah.
Like, even if this guy just buys it, sits on it.
You have the stock parts?
I have everything, yeah.
What about the stock rotors?
The stock rotors have to double check, but for sure, 100% full stock exhaust with the stock cats.
Okay.
And then
stock. Do you know if you have stock charge pipes or?
Yes.
You do?
Full stock suspension.
Let me send it to him. I don't think you're. I honestly don't think you're unrealistic, bro. I just sent it to him.
Maybe we can do a trade-in or something.
Okay. And you guys are probably Corvetted out on this channel, but I do want to talk about this Z06 that I just picked up here. Guys, you ready for this? It's a 2024 Z06 Coupe, not a convertible. It's a coupe with a 176 MSRP. This car is option out the butt. This is the highest coupe MSRP that I have seen, and that's without bias. But this thing is optioned. So you've got the, and there's one thing I'll never understand, and I'll never understand this. Come here. Look at the exposed wheels. Corvette gave you an option, or Chevrolet gave you an option to have carbon fiber wheels and carbon fiber aero, but they gave you the option to paint it. And I'll never understand what the purpose of painting over carbon fiber is, because an exposed wing like this, and we'll find another one that we have here with this big wing that's painted, but an exposed wing like this, in my opinion, looks so much better. But this car is absolutely gorgeous. The roof is finished in carbon fiber. The interior is the sky white, I think it's called, or something like that. Absolutely incredible spec. Carbon fiber all on the interior, carbon fiber mirror caps, wheels, the front canards. This is a Z07 package car. Just carbon fiber absolutely everywhere. It's absolutely nuts, this car. And I'm always gonna be an advocate that these cars are supercars. A lot of people are gonna disagree with me on it. C806, supercar or not?
Sports car.
It's false.
Is an Audi R8 a supercar?
Yeah.
How?
It's exotic, man.
But then we open the can of worms. Is there a difference between exotic and supercar?
I think they go hand in hand. I mean, I think supercars need to be classified as crazy, over the top, exotic.
I respect the opinion, but we'll get the opinion of you guys as well. This SV, Kevin doesn't know it's here, and I'm refraining from telling Kevin probably. Kevin, if you see this video, I'm sorry. Can you get it Monday, or do you want it this weekend?
I'm gonna come get it right now.
You are coming to get it right now?
Yeah.
This car got picked up yesterday at 2 p.m. in Tennessee, and it's here already. Hey, this thing's gnarly, no? I know. This is paint. Hang on, let's get this correct. This is paint. This is not a wrap. This is paint. You can see the pearl and the satin is absolutely insane, but look at the interior. Why does it have black, red? What? I've never seen that before. Why does it have black rear seats? I don't know.
He knows that, right?
I don't know. I don't know if he knows that.
Why would you?
Bro, what? I'm gonna call him, hang on. Dude, I swear I'm not making this up. I swear I didn't know that. I've never seen that in my entire life. I know, I don't understand.
What the f*** is already here?
I know, but I gotta tell you, I have to tell you about one thing. So, I've never seen this, and I don't know if you know this. You see the interior, right? How did you know that? What does that mean? I've never seen this in my life.
So we were confused because when we went to Range Rover, they were all like that. And when you spec one out, you can't change it unless you do fully bespoke.
But that's by design?
Yeah.
Dude, I've never seen that. It's beautiful, but I didn't think you knew that, and I was nervous.
Oh, yeah. I probably wouldn't have known that if we didn't go to Range Rover and see it.
But you knew this car had that?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew.
Gonna come get it right now.
You are coming to get it right now?
Yeah. Why are they pulling the cars in?
because they're closing early.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Can I see this? Dude, that's ridiculous, bro. Dude, that's actually gnarly. But if you don't have, I just think this is a watch that people are gonna think is fake if you don't have.
I don't know. I feel like you wouldn't fake this. It almost costs.
Dude, that's ridiculous.
It would cost too much to fake that.
This thing's clean though. Dude, we got it up to, what we get up to, 160? Bro, butter. $6,000 option for power side steps. Great use of free will.
It needs to make noise when it's in park.
Because your door's open, it's ignition on, that's why it's doing that.
in park.
Yeah, that happened, that's with Porsche too.
Yeah, you said the.
Okay, Kevin's leaving. New Range Rover SV. Guys, the MSRP on that car, $275, I think. $275 MSRP? 275 MSRP. I aspire to be like people that can buy cars brand new and then lose $100,000 on them. And then, like he said, go and buy another one. All right, but it is July 3rd. Guys, if you're watching this, you guys would have already had the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to everybody out there. Take some time off, relax, be safe, don't do anything dumb. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Other than that, guys, new videos every single Monday. I know everybody loves the auction videos. We try to go to as many auctions as we can, but unfortunately, we just don't determine when those events are and where they are and whatnot as well. So other dealership videos, yeah, we got California coming up, Monterey Car Week. You got a lot of auctions out there, big boy auctions, Sotheby's, Sotheby's, Broad Arrow, Bonhams. We'll probably hit Mecum as well, obviously. We're gonna try to send some cars out there. But other than that, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys like what you're seeing, please, please, please press that subscribe button. It's free to do so. Comment down below, like this video, share it with some buddies. So if you stayed till the end, comment down your favorite part of this video. I always appreciate the same people's support. Would love to get some new people in the channel, get to experience this thing as well along with you guys. That is it for today's video. Again, happy 4th. See you guys later.